What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist with the one, the only
Gersh1.
and today we're back to answer more questions from you guys in another installment of 1, 2, 3 for the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get those questions first. That is what Tommy Falcon has done. He asks, how many baseline orcs with choppas would it take to kill the Emperor? 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000, 1,000,000,000,000, no snack breaks, no timeouts, no Lunchables, just fighting until someone comes out on top.
Honestly, all it takes is just one.
That's true. Yeah. One lucky one.
Yeah, but how many would it actually require for that one to get there and do the blow? So it's hard because you got to think of it this way. Orcs have to traverse 2 Terra, fighting all the defenses, fighting through the lunar orbital stations, fighting through the Imperial Guard, Space Marines, the Astra Telepathica. You've got Sisters of Silence. You've got the Custodes, and then you got to go through the defenses on the palace. You've got 2 palace walls that they got to go through, and then they got to go to the innermost chamber. And even then, the Emperor isn't defenseless.
Right.
Dude can still blow up their brains and fire mind bullets with his warp powers and whatnot. So it's definitely it's not gonna be an easy fight.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that because I thought maybe it's like a hyperbolic time chambers type of situation where it's just the Emperor and all of these orcs and they're all charging.
And also what state is the Emperor in?
Yeah. Is he in his prime? Is he in the Golden Throne?
Mm-hmm.
In the scenario that you just described, though, I think that it would be almost impossible for just baseline orcs with champas to actually invade the Imperial Palace. No help of stompas, no help of all that kind of stuff.
Teleporters.
Yeah.
And if it's just orc boys, they run away too, right?
They're scared.
Yeah, it's usually the knob or a war boss that'll hit them with what's it, the orc prodder or whatever?
Or the stick grabber?
Something like that.
That's usually for Gretchen. But yeah, I don't see that ever happening then. So the answer is there is no number because it wouldn't happen in your scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Now if it was just a baseline the Emperor at his prime against orcs that are charging blank slate kind of thing.
Yeah.
How many?
First of all, can an even orc choppa cut through the Emperor's armor?
After a while, because there is that story of the Imperial Guardsmen chipping at Horus's armor.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously the Emperor's armor is stronger than Horus's, but it's still a las gun did that.
Yeah.
So the possibility is there. I wouldn't say 1,000,000,000,000. I would have to the number has to go higher.
Mm-hmm. All the orcs.
That have ever existed and will continue to exist to defeat the Emperor. Because he is a named character. So.
Yeah, and not just that, but he is the strongest psyker. So can't he just erect a barrier around himself and then they'll never get to him?
Yeah. And then it just becomes I don't know, one of those situations where it's a stalemate. Not even a stalemate.
I think the Emperor can cleave through all of them if he wanted to.
You think so?
Yeah. With his sword that could shoot out fire or psychic flame to just burn him to a crisp. I think his psychic flame should be able to burn them so that no spores come out, and eventually that's it.
Yeah.
But how long would that take?
Forever.
But as long as people are still praying to him and praising him, he'll still get that power and whatnot. Or maybe not. Maybe he does need those 1,000 shamans a day.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's a lot of little things that you don't really think about that do play a part.
Right. Good question though.
Yeah.
This next one comes from Devin King. What would a Primarch that grew up on Catachan be like? I think it would be the most badass Primarch because it's a jungle themed Lambo type of Primarch.
Right.
Slimarbo.
He doesn't use bolters or anything. He just uses AK-47s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The M16.
It's in that episode in Ragnarok where what's the dude's name?
The guy that plays Billy Butcher. That's the same actor.
Yeah.
From the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's fighting against.
I think he's just showing off.
Yeah, is he? He just got the two
AK-47s. Yeah. He was really good in The Boys. not so much.
Well, I mean, he didn't really have a part.
He did.
I mean, they didn't give him. They didn't give him much to do.
Yeah, he was like when he was on screen, it was pretty.
He was just like the comedic relief in a movie where like comedy's big.
Oh, I get you. Yeah. In Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Because the boys, he did a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was not comedic relief.
He was the plot. What a twist towards the end, right?
Oh, dude. You know, they're making like a little. It's like an animated thing with like 7 different stories on like the boys' universe.
Oh, cool. I like that universe.
Yeah.
Next question comes from Rogul Korn. If our modern military would somehow acquire a standard Astarte helmet, how advanced would the tech be if we studied it and or tried to reverse engineer it?
Oh, pretty advanced. Because not only do you have the defensive capabilities of the actual, like, what is it, ceramite?
Yeah. So like the actual alloy or whatever
Yeah.
it's called.
Then you could also see all the technological stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a lot.
And you wouldn't even be able to like.
You can't really reverse engineer minerals and stuff that don't exist in this world.
Yeah. So there's that problem.
Yeah.
Also, though it connects to the carapace armor.
The black carapace.
And we don't have that, so it's kind of like you're getting. It's like getting a steering wheel. Well, no, not really. It's like getting the door of a car.
And you have a bike.
Yeah. So like if we were to take the door of a car, put it in the, like, I don't know, 200 years ago, what would they do? Like
use it as a shield or something.
Well, yeah, but like they wouldn't even, like they wouldn't understand anything about the car. They wouldn't understand anything about Space Marines. I'm guessing. I don't know. Next question.
This is by Only Imperious. How do you think the outcome of a meeting between Clone Fulgrim and Gilliman would look like?
I think it would be really interesting, and I do think that Gilliman would, bring Fulgrim on his side.
Yeah, because apparently Clone Fulgrim is a loyalist, so I'm surprised he hasn't turned yet, since like he's with Fabius Bile, and that's like chaos and whatnot. But I mean, Fulgrim would definitely have some questions, because obviously Demon Fulgrim, was the reason why Gilliman got put into a near-death state on stasis when his throat got cut by a poison blade.
But I do think that because of desperation, because like Gilliman has even worked with the Adeptus Ministorum, right, the religion, and he knows that the Emperor doesn't want religion, but he's still working with them because it's like desperate times call for desperate measures.
Right.
I think in that same situation or that same mentality, he would then be like,
He'll bring him in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how everybody else would take to that. It's like, this guy turned traitor. Oh, the Inquisition would not like that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
what can they do? He's a god.
Yeah, pretty much.
Next question comes from Eric9. Human heroes versus Space Marines with Commissar Yarrick, Inquisitor Eisenhorn, or Sister Celestine. Would they have a chance on one with a standard Astarte?
Ooh, Celestine against a standard Astarte, yes. Because, I mean, she can resurrect. She's a psyker, essentially. She can fly. She's gifted by the God Emperor, honestly. I don't think Eisenhorn and Yarrick and all these people can. I mean, yeah, they could go toe-to-toe with them, but I think they'll just get outmaneuvered and outplayed.
Even though I do feel that it would be kind of like Batman versus Superman.
Yes. They'll find a way, plot-wise, to make the human heroes, come out on top.
Yeah.
Because it's like Batman against like a super soldier robot type thing. It's like, yeah, Batman would find a way.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it is just a no-named Astartes fighting against these named characters. So.
Also, if Yark can go toe-to-toe with God School Magor Thraka and then not die, I think he can go up against, like, Pedro Cantor or something.
Yeah.
I've said that a lot. But, yeah.
Yeah. Easily, like, he's got the claw, so he could cleave an Astarte in twain.
And the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. Do you have one?
We already did that one.
I have one from Eric. Now you get. Sorry. He asks, Knowles, Blanks, and Prias, are they the exact same condition? Why does it occur, and would it be induced Or can it be induced artificially? And finally, do other races have them?
So basically, they're all the same thing, just at different, varying degrees.
Different evolutions.
Kind of, yeah. So basically, a null, a blank, a pariah, they don't register in the warp because they have no soul. Depending on which one you are, sometimes people just feel uneasy around you. Sometimes you can outright block psychic powers. And other times you can literally siphon the souls off of people, depending how strong and what kind of a blank you are.
Yeah. And then do you know, I don't think it can happen artificially.
The Imperium has tried, and I don't think it's ever been a successful attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they just die, and it's very difficult to get blanks, pariahs, and in the Imperium. Because like I said, usually it's like a aura of dread. So as soon as the baby is born, the mother would kill it because they just feel so sickening towards it.
Yeah.
And they are valuable resources. A lot of these people go into the Imperium as like assassins, Sisters of Silence. You see how important they are. So yeah, they're very, very valuable to the Imperium.
Yeah, and then also when it comes to other races, I don't think they have it.
Yeah, you don't really hear too much about that. I'm pretty sure there are some. They're just not really notable in the lore, which they should be.
You could say Tower, kind of.
The Tau are like, so the thing about when it comes to like warp powers and souls and stuff like that, the analogy that I always go to is fire. So a human is like a torch in the darkness, and that's how strong their psychic soul is. Whereas like the Eldar are bonfire, and the Tau are like lighting a match.
Right.
They still have a soul, they still register in the warp, but it's very, very minute.
Yeah. See?
That was all the questions?
Yeah. This is a comment from Dan Richards. It's Ogren, not Ogren. They're called ogres, not augurs. Right?
Okay, I understand.
You gonna compliment them Ogrins with beastmen or beastmen? What?
Oh, if you're gonna
compliment them Ogrins. I still like Ogrins.
Yeah, I know. Even though like I saw the connection between ogres and ogrins, I always call them ogrins too.
Yeah, Ogrins doesn't sound right. Oh shit. Okay.
It just flows from the tongue better.
Yeah. Next question.
Simon Teese. If one of the prisoners held by the Custodes is one of the missing Primarchs, why would they be holding them? What crime could they have committed? So I kind of talked based on this in the Everything We Know About the Lost Legions video that I did a week ago, but it could be a slew of things. It could be that they were responsible for betraying the Emperor by either not wanting to participate in the Great Crusade, stopping their participating, not taking orders, going rogue, killing the other lost Primarch or whatever, so they allying with Xenos. Like, it could be anything.
Genetic flaw.
Yeah.
Because like most of the genetic flaws in the other Primarchs, they fought him off, but not, this one, so.
Or the Emperor never knew about it, like with the Blood Angels and Sanguinius keeping everything hush-hush.
Yeah.
So.
It could be a lot of everything.
Yeah, there's too many unknowns to know what it is. But whatever it is, it's like Primarchs were such a valuable resource, a tool, that the Emperor didn't want to just outright kill him. So he kept him as a prisoner until like the right time to let him loose.
Right.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or it could just be prisoner number 11 is just, a little bit of lore just to make everybody go crazy and theorize. And it's nothing.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. Thank you guys so much for listening and hanging out with us. And we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah. This has been The Sound Alchemist with
Gershwin.
And we are out.